go back to what I was talking about. I was talking about consistency, and I was talking about getting ahead in life and being able to enjoy whatever the endeavors are that you're trying to accomplish, and how sometimes you don't feel like you have an adequate amount of support. Okay, so for instance, let's just say you start a lawn care service and everybody knows that you the coldest, on the block when it comes to cutting grass, and you line it and you edge it, you have them bushes, you make figures. I don't know. But the bottom line is you're good at what you do. And then you may find yourself saying, okay, wow, this is messed up. I've been cutting grass and I've been grinding, and, my one aunt or my sister or my grandmother or my friends or people that know me around the way, when I solicited them for service, they didn't take me and accept me to be their lawn care man. Well, when you look from the outside, you could automatically start blaming people and accusing people of things and saying stuff like, I don't have a support system. People aren't there for me. They don't believe in me. And in all actuality, maybe if you take the time to look at yourself, you might not have a good track record. Now, for instance, maybe before you sold vitamins, and then after you sold vitamins, you sold insurance, and then after you sold insurance, you sold ties, and are you a serial entrepreneur? Now, if you stay in your circle when you're a serial entrepreneur, a lot of times, guess what? People get tired, and not only do they get tired, but a lot of times people do buy stuff out of the reasoning of support. But if support is the only reason why somebody's buying something from you, do you realize that to hold them to that is basically saying that they should pay your bills? Because they're investing in something and they're buying something that they don't really want. And the only person then who's getting a profit off of it is you. So what you really should be doing and what you really should be saying is, okay, you know what? I am going to look for the people who really need what I want and who really need what I have and really want what I have. When you do that, you free people that are close to you, and you let go, which means your hands are open to receive the people that really are for you. I mean, did you ever think about it from this perspective? When you continuously only reach out to the people that you know, that's actually saying that you're afraid. That you're afraid that anybody else is going to like what you have, and you're looking for validation through the support that you get from people that you know. But what about this whole world that's out there that's just waiting for whatever this one gift is that you have? If you put yourself out there and trust and believe that you're worthy, you're basically saying to all of your surroundings, accept me because I am. And the universe will accept you, and you will find yourself drawing the people to you that are actually supposed to support you. So the thing is, whenever you're on a venture in life to go to the next level, what you really need, okay, listen to me, what you really need is to be thinking positively. And you can't think positively if you're always trying to hold on to people and make up obligations for them for a dream that you have. It's not someone else's responsibility to make your dream come to life. So, to me, I think today's message is kind of just really clear, cut, and dry. But you take the time and you search your own soul and say, and ask yourself, whatever this thing is I'm trying to do, it doesn't even have to be a business. Maybe it's a ministry. I'm going to start this ministry and I'm going to be teaching people, how to get free. And then you host your first event, whether it's in your living room or it's at the church, and nobody shows up. Maybe you decide that, I want to start dating, but you've been living in a shell all your life. You have to understand that your behaviors have set a tone. It's a spiritual thing that's been set. And you can't just all of a sudden say, yeah, I'm going to switch it. And everybody else is supposed to say, oh, okay, yeah, I got it. I'm going to jump on the bandwagon with you. No. Because, see, this is what it looks like when you keep on having the wrong expectations for people. You get up, you start doing something. You're gung-ho, you're excited, and you're out the gate, and you're smiling, and you're vibrant, and you're ready. And people come and they support you out of the sheer ideal of support. And then what happens? Well, it's not what they really wanted, so then they kind of fall back. Then you start feeling resentful. And in this resentment, you become negative. And because you're negative, you're not focusing your energy where it should be. And before you know it, you quit. Now, a lot of people believe in sowing and reaping. When you sow seeds, if you just give it a little bit of time, eventually your harvest is going to blossom. And the blossom is always going to be much bigger than the seed. We all know that seeds are this little, but stalks of corn, are this big. But here's the thing. When you become resentful and when you start something and you stop something and you become negative, you flood your crops. Okay, are you catching me? Who knows what happens when you flood crops? You wash it all away. You kill it. And that's why some of you guys, whether it's relationships, businesses, or whatever, you keep finding yourself starting over and over and over and over again. But part of the way that you do that is when you let go of that fear. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, stop looking for people that have watched you flood your harvest over and over and over again. Stop looking for those people to support you, to believe you, or to validate you. If you have really made a turnaround, if you've really made a change, if you really believe in yourself, then utilize the reach that you have. That's a big and that's a bold statement. And once again, it is a statement that I actually live. I mean, you got to think about this. Not that the people where I'm from don't support me, but if all I thought was, hey, all the people that I went to church with, all the family members that I have in St. Louis, oh my God, if they would just buy my books and buy my programs and come to me, then, if they really believed in me, they would do this and I would be so rich. If I stayed in that bubble, then I'm basically trying to hold people hostage and tell them, I need you to just support me, which in other words means I need you to pay my bills. No. If those people really want what I have and they need what I have, then they'll utilize those services and they'll buy them. But if I don't have fear and if I believe in myself, then I said, look at this big old World Wide Web. And I use YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and websites and, pixels on things. And I label them in lead pages. And I do all kinds of other things so that I can start gravitating the people towards me that actually need my service. So think about this, people. If you're wrestling with why you haven't went to the next level with what it is you're trying to do, the question is, have you stepped outside of your comfort zone? Have you been willing to put yourself out there? Even if you have bloopers, you make mistakes. Or have you not decided to be comfortable with being good enough? And realizing that nobody comes out this fine, pristine, polished thing. When you put yourself out there and you believe in yourself, then that's when things begin to happen. That's when you start to accomplish stuff. Okay? So release the people. Stop acting like somebody owes you anything. You never know how they are supporting you anyway. The same people you may find yourself being upset with may be telling the whole world every time they turn around that you need to be contacting blah, blah, blah. I'll give you an example with me. I have an aunt that actually does. She buys all my ebooks. And every once in a while, out of nowhere, she'll just put a post up. Matter of fact, her last post was, check out my niece. You may love it or you may hate it, but you can't say it ain't the truth. Just random. I didn't tell her to do that. She bought the ebooks, but she isn't doing some of the other things that I have to offer that are a lot more expensive. So do I look at her and say, well, she buying the books? Why she ain't doing blah, 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 blah? No, I don't. Because that tells me that if she sees somebody that needs help, she would be like, you know what? My niece is somebody that you should talk to. The people that love you, they believe in you, and they're supporting you more than you know. And when that right time comes, when that right person comes and it drops in their spirit that they need to let somebody know who you are, they will. And if you can keep your energy positive and you can stay centered, what you're also telling the universe, God, however you want to call it, you're saying that I'm ready. You're saying that I am consistent. because anything you want in this lifetime is going to require a grind. There is no one that is successful. I don't care if it's ministry, nonprofit, marriages, relationships with their kids, entrepreneurial endeavors, CEOs of companies. Nobody that's on the top has made it there without respecting the grind. So stay consistent, release people. That's your tip for today. Deuces.